Hello and welcome to the Coin Monitor. This is Manoj Dara. So, in a big blow to the cryptocurrency market, Singapore-based crypto hedge fund 3 Arrow Capital has become insolvent, and a British Virginia Islands court has ordered this asset to be liquidated. Sky News reported on Wednesday, a development that could spark further turmoil in the cryptocurrency market, which is already beginning to see a slump in prices after rallying earlier the last week. So, FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried has recently shared his thoughts on the state of the crypto markets. He said that the platforms and the companies within it. He also claimed that there are still many remaining third-tier crypto exchanges that are insolvent but yet to be exposed. This is actually a big statement coming from Sam Bankman-Fried. So, however, there are over 600 lesser-known exchanges in the US, many of which offer dangerously high leverage that are likely to wipe out investors and themselves. That's what he claims, and analytical data has showed that the crypto exchanges liquidated as many as 67,770 traders, mostly with bullish positions, with total liquidation worth $177 million in the past 24 hours. So, nearly a third of the liquidated positions were released or related to Ethereum at $55 million, closely followed by Bitcoin at around $50 million. So, that's actually a big statement, and you have to keep an eye on this news as well. So, there is a big concern as far as mining cost is concerned. So, Sam Bankman-Fried has also is keeping an eye on the Bitcoin miners whose revenue steeply declined following Bitcoin's crash in earlier May. So, last month, publicly traded industry giants actually sold more Bitcoin than they have generated, with an even bigger sell-off expected in June. So figures as far as May and June are concerned, I will give you a brief number. In May, they have sold roughly around 4,500 Bitcoins. I'm talking about the miners. And in June, Bitfarm has already sold 3,000 odd Bitcoins, and it has accumulated $65 million worth of its position. So around 9,500, that's what market analysts are saying. So both hash rate and energy consumption from miners have fallen in response, so making for a less secure Bitcoin network. The CEO believes companies that leverage the Bitcoin on their balance sheets during the 2021 digital gold rush may be in extra trouble. So, renewed worries over the potential for a global recession also weighed on investors' mind and sentiment, sending investors looking for shelter in safe haven dollars. So, the dollar index gained, albeit marginally, bond yields declined across geographies, and oil prices rebounded as supply concern outstripped worries over a likely fall in demand. So this is the broader market scenario, but the fears of limited spare capacity in major oil producing nations also weighed on the sentiments ahead of an OPEC Plus meeting later this week. So Bitcoin, the world's biggest cryptocurrency, was trading lower by 4.4% and was trading at 20,050 level. So Ethereum fell by 8.9% and it was trading at $1,120. So IC15 index of cryptocurrencies was down by 6.4% and it was trading at 26,579 points. On my left, BNB was down 8.5% and was trading at $218. Polygon Matic fell by 2.6% and it was trading at $0.52. Solana Sol is down by 9.5% and it was trading at $35. Ripple's XRP traded at $0.33, down 5.5%. Cardano's ADA is next on the list, which is down by 3.8% to trade at $0.47. Avalanche FX was trading at $18 at 8.6% lower. Shiba Inu was down by 10%. Polkadot was down by 7.3% to trade at $7.2. Doge, the popular meme coin, is down by 8.5% and it was trading at $0.065. So let's get a fundamental view from our fundamental expert Vivek Singh from Crypto University. So Vivek, we are talking about cryptocurrency markets and its road ahead. As we are talking, Bitcoin is trading somewhere around $20,000. So what is your view about the events that are happening and driving this market lower?
If you see, the market sentiment right now is quite negative. Like, most of the miners have sold Bitcoins. Why miners are selling Bitcoin? Because they want to sustain their hardware. Whatever hardware they own, they have to pay electricity charges. That's why they have no choice but to sell Bitcoin. And apart from that, if you see, even retail investors, they are losing confidence in Bitcoin. So that's why this is the first time, after such a long time, we see price below 20,000. And I'm, quite curious if the price goes below 17,000. 17.5 thousand, it might go to 15,000, which is a bigger concern.
So actually, this is the big statement which Vivek you have made. So as we are speaking, there are broader exchanges also that we have already mentioned for our viewers in the news that they are also liquidating bullish positions. So iske upar, what is your take on this, Vivek?
Basically, I mean, if you see bullish position like they are liquidating, why? I mean, if you see Elon Musk, he has bought it at 36,000 the Bitcoin cost, and right now it's almost very low. Almost he has lost 40% of the value. So I mean, for these people, it's better to liquidate because they are wondering if the price goes below 15,000 or below 10,000, they would lose lot of bigger amount of money. So I mean, for now, that is a better strategy, I would say.
So what is the way forward? I mean, there are less retail investors are actually not part of this. So there is less retail participation. Institutional investors are on the sidelines. So what is your view as far as the retail investors are concerned? What's your suggestion to them?
I would suggest, if possible, there shouldn't be any activity, you shouldn't buy any Bitcoin, because right now I don't think it is the right time to buy. But yes, of course, from right now, if you see 5 or 6 months further, that would be the right time to buy when the market goes up. But I think for now, let's observe the market. Let's see how the market behaves, because if you see the Terra Luna class happened, the last month, because of that, market sentiment is very negative. I'm expecting at least $1,000 fall in next 1 month.
So all right, that's what the view you are saying, that the investors should remain on the sideline and should watch and closely observe all the developments that are happening in the market, so that they don't make any further losses in this falling market.
Correct.
So one last question on this, Vivek. What's the merge scene as of now? Because you have been tracking Ethereum from a long time. So actually the staked ETH and the Ethereum is becoming a big problem as far as the investors' understanding is concerned. And there are big liquidations that are happening in Ethereum as well, as we have already mentioned. So what is your view as far as the merge situation is concerned, and what are the investors' point takeaway from this?
Okay, so if you look at staked Ethereum, the price of staked Ethereum has gone quite low. And that is the bigger concern, because staked Ethereum was supposed to be give you some profit or some benefit, which it is not providing. Actually, people have invested a lot of money expecting some staking interest, but unfortunately the coin value of staked Ether itself has gone low. So that's why people who have invested a lot of money, they feel like they have not it's not been profitable for them. They have lost some money, and that's why people are selling off staked Ether.
One follow-up question on that. There are, as we speak, that the cryptocurrency market is trading lower, and there are broader concerns as well. So there is one more sector or segment which has been troubled, is DeFi, and because of the obvious reasons. And there are a lot of hacks that are actually happening at a time when market is reeling or concerned. So what is your opinion on that, Vivek?
Okay, so if you see DeFi hacks has been happening for quite a long time. But recently, mostly the hacks has been happening around because of that flash loan feature is available now. So yeah, of course, as the DeFi projects are advancing to a better stage, probably they'll have better security. But yes, right now I wouldn't say that DeFi is 100% safe. It's still 80-20 ratio, 80% DeFi projects are safe, 20% are still at risk. So even though they are quite well audited, but I would say the risk is always there. Losing the private keys or losing the funds to a DeFi project, the risk will be there.
All right, that's a word coming in from Vivek, saying the risk will always remain and investors should remain on the sideline. Thank you so much, Vivek, for being a part of this interaction on Crypto TV. That's all there is in today's The Coin Monitor. This is Manoj Dara signing off, but keep watching Crypto TV for more interesting updates. Thank you.